everybody go home. We are not going to find love on Love Island. I'm just sitting here like, this is a lot going on after a heart rate challenge because I forgot what the heart rate challenge looked like. So when I went and looked at the clips, it was not supposed to be like this. What y'all had going on, it was not supposed to be like this. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 25. And these people are starting to work on my nerves, okay? I was so excited to have all these people in the house, but now I'm like, get them all out of here. It's too many people in this house. It's too much to keep up with. It's too many emotions. I am drained. I feel like Shelly. I need my distance, okay, at this point. But y'all, we got a lot of things to get into. But before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you keep coming back, you like it here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I want you here. If y'all one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all, the last review got to 10,000 views. I'm super excited about that. I just need you guys to make sure that you are continuing to like the video. Like the video and subscribe so we can hit 13,000. Now that that's out the way, let's go ahead and get into this review, okay? So, the OG guys are sitting there talking about the challenge. So, Nick and Ace said that they both noticed how quick Taylor was moving. Taylor said it's because he didn't want to be disrespectful to Clark, especially after what Orlandria did to him on the heart, because that wouldn't have been a good look for him. Taylor, listen to me and listen to me clearly. If you respect that girl so much and you want to be with that girl so much, then go ahead and close off. Go ahead and close off and stop playing these games. And don't sit around giving Orlandria fake and false hope. We already know what this is. We've seen this before. Move on. I'm so over it between Orlandria and Taylor at this point, okay? Because this game that he's trying to play, I'm over it. You made your choice. Now go ahead and be happy. You kissing up on that girl all the time, filling up on that girl all the time. So go ahead and just be happy. Why do y'all want to keep exploring? Y'all already explored. Like, this is the most exploring people I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, this is crazy. So now the Casa boys are talking, and Brian said that he wants to talk to Jaden, okay? He want to get to know her just a little bit because him and Audrina are starting to get kind of boring. They're not really having good conversations no more, and he's realizing that it was mainly a physical thing. So yeah, he didn't really like her for real. He liked being able to grab on her booty for real. Child, the way everybody's still trying to get to know each other is really getting on my damn nerve because we got 2 more weeks and we got one closed off couple, and I mean, anyway, so back at the conversation with the OG boys, TJ asks Ace, did he feel like Huda did too much? Ace is like, I mean, it's kind of like a mix of emotions because I definitely feel like she went overboard because Shelly kept doubling back and going to kiss Chris. So yeah, he feels like, you know what, she did too much, everybody did too much, so we should be fine at this point. But he is really pissed. Now Nick is like, yeah, and Eli did too much. That pissed me off. I want to pull out the gloves. I want to fight him. I'm like, Nick, be effing for real. You was just about to go ahead and be in a couple with Jaden. Then you was just about to go ahead and be in a couple with Orlandria. And now you want to sit there and fight dag on Eli over Sierra. Boy, bye. Nick said he felt disrespected and he don't F with that man at all. He needs to go ahead and stay in his lane. Ooh, I was so scared when he said that, y'all. I was like, oh my God, Nick's aggressive. Child, Nick, you ain't scaring nobody. But anyway, Brian said to Elon, what the F did you say to Nick that had him so tight? Elon said, it's your time to watch now. I said, oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, he said that? No wonder Nick over there ready to fight. Because, like, yeah, that's kind of low-key disrespectful. Elon, you really doing too much. Don't start a fight that you ain't willing to finish, sir. Don't do that. And so he said, Sierra said she's still open. So as long as she's still open, I'm going to continue to shoot my shot, as he should. And I feel like that's fair. Unless Sierra says I'm not open anymore, then he has every right to go ahead and try to get the girl if he want the girl. So now Clark, Jaden, and Grayson are talking, and they're asking Clark how she felt about the challenge. She said, listen, Orlandria initiated everything, and he handled it very well. And like everything between us, he initiated. So, I'm just gonna let it be what it is. Because like with me and him, he's making all the moves. She feels like Alandria is basically bending over backwards for Taylor, and Taylor don't want her. Meanwhile, she's just sitting there being her, and Taylor's falling all over her. And that's exactly what's happening. So I can't even fault the girl for feeling like that. Because Alandria made a fool of herself by pulling Taylor onto that heart. Because girl, what? I thought we already discussed that we were gonna leave that man alone when he left you on your heart. Pissing me off, pissing me off. But the girls tell her, like, Clark, you really handled this very, very well. Clark's like, I mean, I ain't got no choice. So now Orlandria and Taylor are talking, and I'm like, shut it down. Shut it down. I don't want to see this. I don't know what y'all got going on in y'all brains that y'all feel like, oh my God, we need to have this conversation. It better be a closure conversation. That's the only conversation I feel like these two need to be having. But they sit down there talking about the challenge, and he's like, yeah, you did get me a little bit. You did get me. But I had to be respectful to Clark. So I didn't want to kiss you. That's why I didn't kiss you. And she was like, I'm just trying to figure out like what happened. Like I was just so confused because like it was 4 days. It was just 4 days. And he was like, she gave me a feeling that I never felt before. Orlandria, that man left you for dead, sis. He left you for dead. And now he's sitting here telling you how she made him feel a way he's never felt before. And you got the nerve to still want to explore this man for effing what? For effing what? So that he could do this again? Like, be effing for real. Because at this point, if y'all want to be delusional, go ahead and be delusional. But I'm not going to feed into it. I'm not going to do that. So now Huda goes to talk to Chris because she's emotional and that's her couple. So she tells him that she doesn't know what to do because Shelly is pissed. He said, just go to her and apologize and tell her that it wasn't like that. And then he's like, and if she's going to act the way, then just let that be on her. Huda's like, but that's my girl. That's my girl. And I'm not really like this. I'm not really like this. But Huda does admit in her confessional that she realized that she was thinking about herself. She wasn't thinking about others. And that's what I mean, Huda. That's what I mean by just acknowledge what you did wrong. Okay? Now that you can acknowledge what you did wrong, I feel like we should be able to move on. But you have to stop playing victim and acting like you don't understand what's going on around you. You know exactly what's going on around you, which is why you identify this so freaking easily. So now Huda goes to push Shelly for a chat, and they're walking, and as they're walking, Shelly's like, you know what? Nah, let's talk tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk tomorrow because I'm really mad. And I don't want to say anything that I might regret or that might be wrong. But it's like, I don't want you to go to bed mad at me. Shelly's like, listen, we have to talk tomorrow. I love you. I love you. And they walk away. Meanwhile, Shelly's in her confessional going off because she's like, in the past, I never kissed Jeremiah. I don't know what his lips taste like. Out of respect for her. Out of respect for her. And I wanted the same thing for me. And she didn't do that. She didn't do that. Shelly is just super, super pissed, okay? And I'm just saying here like, Shelly, girl, I understand how you feel. I completely understand how you feel. But let it go. Let it go. Y'all saved Huda. Huda has been the same Huda since she entered this damn villa. And y'all saved her twice. Y'all had every chance to get her out of here. Y'all saw what she did when it came to Jeremiah. And how she called him out his name multiple times. Y'all saw how she behaved towards Amaya and Iris. Y'all saw how she pulled Charlie in front of Hannah without even talking to Hannah about it. So I don't know why you thought you were going to be different. Y'all need to blame yourselves because Huda should have been gone. But because y'all want to keep saving her, this is what y'all get. This is what the F y'all get. And I told you I'm not going to feel bad. So therefore, I don't feel bad. So now Nick goes to pull Elon for a chat because he's in his feelings, okay? He feeling away. I said, oh, not Nick about to pull up on Elon like that. He told Elon, like, I know you and her had something in Casa, but I'm surprised that you brought her on the heart. And Elon's like, well, we discussed that if the opportunity was still here for us to explore, then we going to explore it. That's what I'm going to do. And Nick was like, yeah, but then I made her pancakes and then you going to go make her pancakes. And he's like, well, I was making her pancakes in Casa, so I figure I'll keep making her pancakes over here. And I'm like, hold on, Nick, hold on. Because why you pressing that man like that? Why you pressing him like that? If you not closed off, he can still go ahead and pursue Sierra if he wants to. Nick feels like he's being sneaky, like he's doing it behind his back. And I'm saying here, like, does he need to run everything he wants to do for Sierra by you, sir? Because immediately no. Immediately no. You don't want Sierra for real anyway. We saw your face when you was hugging her and she was kissing all over you. You look very, 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 very disinterested, sir. So all of a sudden now, oh, Sierra is the sunshine of my life. Like you wasn't about to jump ship twice. Nick, bye. Everybody's pissing me off. Everybody's pissing me off. So now Shelly and Ace are talking and they're both feeling away. She's mad at Huda more than she's mad at him, even though he was the one grabbing on the booty and pulling her, doing everything with her as well. Now he's mad at her because she doubled back at Chris. So now they both mad at each other. Ace tells her that he feels like her going back for the second time to kiss Chris was very much unnecessary and that it was hard for him to watch. She said, well, you said that you wanted to explore, so I'm going to explore. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened. It was all well and good when y'all wanted to explore, but now the girls finally get to exploring, and now everybody's like, but I really love you. I really want to be with you. I can see us having a future. I'm all locked in. When they've been sitting around trying to lock in with y'all for a while now. Like, Ace, you didn't leave that girl for dead when you picked Amaya over her and she almost got eliminated. Like, I'm going to need y'all to chill out. Chill out. So now Huda goes to talk to Alandria because she's, feeling away in her feelings. Alandria is basically paying her dust because, like, sis, not right now. Not right now. Huda's like, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Am I a terrible person? That girl is manipulative as hell. Girl, stop it. Stop it. Am I a terrible person? Like, you want somebody to pity you so bad. You know what you did. Does that make you a terrible person? Absolutely not. Just own it, apologize, and move on. But you walking around this whole house going from person to person looking for sympathy, like, girl, bye. Alandria's like, you're not a terrible person, but you did way too much. And then she got up and walked away because, like, I'm not about to be sitting with the ops. One thing about Alandria and Shelly, they gonna stick together no matter what. Now, Huda's sitting there crying, and Amaya's trying to comfort her because that's just Amaya. She's like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Oh, she didn't want to talk. Oh, my God, it's going to be okay. Amaya being Amaya, right? Now everybody's getting ready for bed, and Taylor is in the bed pulling Clark's hair back, telling her how beautiful she is. I ain't never heard you tell Alandria how beautiful she was. You may have told her she looked nice or her outfit was nice, but I've never heard you say that Alandria was beautiful. Very much interesting. While he's doing that, Hood is telling Alandria in the makeup room that she is handling this with grace. She said, I have to. I have no choice. I can't crash out like you. No offense, but I can't crash out like you. And I'm like, absolutely. Because the way they was ready to run with Alandria being a mean girl when she told Huda to, not right now? Yeah, remember that? When the internet was up in a frenzy? Yeah. Imagine had she crashed out. Imagine. She would be our number one villain, and then everyone would forget what Huda did immediately. Child, let's move on. So it's the next morning. Everybody's up making breakfast and stuff like that. Chris brought Shelly and Huda breakfast, right? And Huda gave her this look. And when she gave her this look, I was sitting here trying to figure out what kind of look was it? Was it a look of jealousy or was it a look of sadness because, Shelly's still not talking to her? Then we cut to, Chris and Elon standing outside talking about how fine Amaya is. And I said, I know that's right. You see my girl over there. You see her over there being the baddie she is. Y'all gotta stop sleeping on my girl Maya because she got this bubbly energy, okay? Homegirl is a baddie. Point blank, period, okay? And I'm happy that she does have some more eyes on her because the way Dag on Zach is playing, I knew not to trust that ninja. Yeah. My gut ain't never off. Ain't never off. I knew it. I kept saying it. Sun to bottom. But I'm going to take it for now because he got my girl in the house and that's all that matters. I'm getting her to that 100K. Okay? By any means necessary. I don't care if she go up there with her plastic bottle. I'm getting her to her 100K, okay? So now Hood is talking to Clark, Grayson, and Amaya, and they like, have you talked to Shelly yet? Have you pulled her for a chat? And she's like, I'm not gonna pull her for a chat because I tried to talk to her yesterday, so I'm just gonna wait for her to pull me. See, this is what I mean. Do you really want to fix this or not? Because you can. You have the opportunity. But once again, you want to play victim. And now you want to have an attitude. And now she's sitting here talking about how Chris brought Shelly breakfast as well. But Shelly breakfast was better. She had 2 pancakes. I had one. She had a flour. I had none. And she was like 2 pancakes? 2 pancakes? And the girls are like, it's the flour for me. And I'm like, Huda, what is up with you and the pancakes, sis? Like, no, this I need to understand. What is up with you and the pancakes? Because it's the flour for me too. But it must be the pancakes for her, baby. It has to be the pancakes for her. But I do find it very strange that Huda was able to acknowledge in this conversation why Shelly felt the way. She said, it's because, I brought Chris back because both of us was liking him. And now she probably feels like I'm trying to take her men. And that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not who I am. Oh, so now you understand what's going on. Oh, I thought you was just so lost. I thought you just could not understand what was happening. It sounds like you understood perfectly well to me. You literally solved your own question multiple times in this episode. So please stop playing victim and acting confused and stand on business and own your ish. I will respect Huda so much more if she just owned this ish. Girl, if you gonna be a villain, be the best mother effing villain out there. Don't be the fake victim. Don't be walking around here crying and moping and stuff. Like, I can't get with that. I can't get with that at all. I'd rather you be straightforward. Listen, I gotta find me a connection. If that means I gotta talk to this one, and this one, then that's what I'm gonna do. Point blank, period. But don't be, I don't know what I did. I don't know why everyone's mad at me. Don't do that. Because that's what's pissing me off the most. Child, meanwhile, Sierra and Shelly are telling Orlandria that she need to pull Zach, Brian, and Austin for a chat. Now, y'all know Orlandria don't want no damn Austin. They been in that house all this time. If she wanted to talk to that man, she would have been talked to that man. And she talking about something, you know one thing about me, I'm going to explore. Really? Really, Orlandria? One thing about you is you're going to explore. Girl, I ain't see you explore nothing. I ain't see you explore anything. You may have had some conversations that you shut down because all you want to do was talk about Taylor. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. And then Shelly, Shelly got the nerve to talk about something. And we forgetting one big one. Taylor. Why y'all want that girl to go embarrass herself again? Why do y'all think that she should go back to Taylor after he picked another girl over her, told her that she makes him feel a way he's never felt before? Are you crazy? No, for real. Are y'all crazy? With friends like this, you don't need enemies. With friends like this, you don't need no damn enemies. Because what? Ciao. Thank God we got a text, okay? We got a text. Nick and Sierra are going on a date. And they are super excited about that. Good for them. I guess they deserve it because they be hunching all the time. Maybe they can get away and do it in private instead of in the room with everyone else, okay? So they go bike riding up the hills. They have a nice little picnic. And he tells her how upset he was when Elin kissed her. And she said, is this an ego thing or is this a me thing? And he said it's more of a protective thing. It's an ego thing. Okay, that man don't want to be left. He don't want to get dumped. He don't want to get kicked off the island. That is it. That is all. Okay. Do he like her? Absolutely. Is he enjoying having sex with her? Yes. Does he want to be with her in the real world for real? I don't think so. Absolutely not. But nonetheless, she tells him that, she has a lot of trust issues. And after, marinating on the fact that him and Orlandria kissed, she still feels a way about that because, like, did you have to take it that far to explore your connection? Like, me and you've had sex. Did you have to really take it that far to explore your connection? And he's sitting there like, I will say this. I will say that after that kiss, I got a lot of clarity about how I feel about you. So it took you kissing another girl in an intimate setting for you to realize how you feel about me? Yeah, right. I guess, girl. If you buying it, go ahead, Nick. Keep selling it. Now, Huda goes over to talk to Chris because she feels like he got favorites. You got favorites. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't want you to feel like that. She's like, yeah, you gave her two pancakes and a flower. You didn't give me anything. And he's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm sorry. She was like, I know, I'm just having a rough day. I'm just having a rough day. Huda, be effing for real. Be effing for real. Like, girl, bye. She said that she really wants to change things with Shelly. I really do. And this is when Ish got weird, okay? She turned to Chris and she said, would it be better if I was ugly? Huda, go play with somebody else, not me. Go play with somebody else, not me. Because what she was doing in that moment was looking for a compliment because she wanted him to say, well, you are really beautiful, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just saying here, like, I don't like that. It's given very manipulative, and it rubbed me so wrong. Because what do you mean, would it be any better if I was ugly? No, what you did was ugly. It doesn't matter how you look. It's the simple fact that you move in patterns. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's the issue, Huda. Not the fact that you're beautiful. It's multiple beautiful girls in that house. It's multiple beautiful girls with nice bodies in that house. Don't give yourself that much credit. Like, chill. And Chris was like, no, it was just really, really sexy. And her feelings got hurt because she was looking at something really, really sexy. Just apologize. Just go ahead and apologize. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Because this had nothing to do with what you look like. It had everything to do with what was happening in the moment. And it doesn't help that you have a bad track record. Okay? But now Chris is falling into this trap of Huda. Okay, that's what this is. This is a trap, and he's falling into it. He said he's really starting to like her. Of course, his connection with Shelly is stronger, but you know, he's starting to feel something for her. Ciao. Trouble, 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 trouble in paradise. So now back at Sierra and Nick's date, they're talking, and she told him after they had sex, she knew it was him. It was nobody else. It was always going to be him forever and days on end, okay? And he was like, I feel like with you, it's just so easy. It's like radiant and gravitational. She's like, gravitational? Yes, gravitational. I was like, is this a musical? Y'all gonna break out into a song? Like, what's happening? He just likes being with her and doing things with her. And now they are imagining what the outside world will be like together. Driving in a car together, texting each other, going on dates. I'm sitting here like, child, y'all already did the most intimate thing that y'all could have did, and that was start having sex. But nonetheless, I'm gonna let you have your fantasy world. So Nick goes and says, I guess I want to, ask you. This is me officially asking you. Would you like to close off with me? And she's like, yes, yes, yes. This is me officially answering you. Yes, I would love to close off with you. I saw that coming from a mile away because that man know that he ain't got no other options and he got to settle down now. He is officially done exploring. Child, let's move on. Now, Landry is talking to Shelly, talking about she wants to explore Zach because they had some good conversations. You want to explore Zach because y'all had good conversations when he was trying to talk to you all those times and you was basically brushing him off because all you could think about was Taylor. So much so that he had to pick a Maya over you, which almost got you eliminated, and that's the man you want to go talk to? Make it make sense. I can't make this shit up. Girl, what? Oh, child. Ace comes and pulls Shelly away from her. They go sit down and talk. They still talking about this Huda situation and how she felt disrespected. And now she wants to set boundaries. And her and Ace are going back and forth because you was kissing that man too. And then Shelly started talking about how he was kissing everybody. And I was like, well, Shelly, you was kissing everybody too. You was getting double kissed by another couple. Like, what is really happening here? What are y'all even arguing about? He's talking about something. He's mad because he's all in on her now while she wants to continue exploring a connection that she built. And he feels like she was bringing the intimate connection that they had into the challenge. And for him, this was just a challenge. And he's like, at this point, I feel like setting boundaries is when we get to a point where we're about to close off. And honestly, I don't feel like we're there yet. He doesn't feel like he's being heard. And I feel like both of y'all let it go. Like, let it go. If y'all want to do whatever y'all going to do, just let it go, because y'all being mad about some kisses and humpings when everybody in that house is kissing and humping on each other. It is what it is. We got 2 more weeks. How long is going to take for y'all to make y'all way back to each other? Because we already know that's what's going to happen. But nonetheless, Shelly gets up and walk away. So Chris and Amaya are talking, and I said, hold on now, because I could I vote for it. I vote for it. Child, I'm just trying to get Maya with anybody. Anybody. But anyway, she's telling Chris that she's starting to question Zach's intentions because he haven't pulled her for a chat all day. And not only that, he hasn't pulled no other girls for a chat all day. He just want to sit around and be with the boys. So she's trying to figure out, like, sir, why you here? I said, that's how real my girl is, because she like, damn, if you ain't gonna talk to me, you ain't gonna talk to nobody? Like, what you here for then? You got a real one. You don't even know it. But anyway, Elon eavesdropping ass goes over to Zach and say, oh, well, I'm just going to give you a heads up. She's saying that you didn't pull anybody for a chat. Elon, shut up. Nobody asked you nothing. That's why you got ghost. Don't be running your mouth like you one of the girls putting a bad taste in Zach's mouth, because that's exactly what he did. And he did that because he wants to pull a Maya for a chat. I'm on to you, Elon. I'm on to you. Now, Ace and Taylor are talking, and he's like, did I send the wrong person home? Because she's mad at me in this challenge while she's forming an intimate connection. Like, I don't understand. So I'm like, so you felt like you should have kept Coco? Is that what you're saying? Because no matter what, if you felt how you feel about Shelly, shouldn't no little argument about no kissing and no damn challenge should matter. The only reason Ace is this mad is because he ain't got nobody else to explore with. Because let Coco had stayed in that damn villa, he would still be talking about explore. Boy, bye. Taylor's like, you know what? When y'all make it past this, y'all gonna be stronger than ever when y'all make it past this. Because y'all will make it past this. Child, I hope that's not what Taylor think going on with him and Olandria. I hope that's not what he think going on with him and Olandria. You better not, that better not even be a thought in your brain, sir. Okay? We're going to leave that to Shelly and Ace, whatever they got going on. And at this point, they not getting my vote. Because y'all lost me episodes ago. Now, Elan and Brian are talking because he's telling him that, he hasn't spoken to Sierra basically since they got back in the villa. And, he don't know what's going on. And he's just going off the last conversation that they had. Brian said, sir, she's on a date. She ain't thinking about you. And he's like, it just feels like, I got ghosts in real life, but I still got to see her. Right at that moment, in comes Nick and Sierra. They come back all happy. Everybody's excited to see them. Of course, they have to sit down and fill each other in. Sierra tells the girls how the date went, how they had a nice little picnic, because that was one of the dates that they was talking about when they first started talking. And Nick was telling them how this was the most intimate thing he has ever done in a long time, and that they're closed off. Yay! Everybody's excited. Elon, sit down, sir. You're not excited. He got the nerve to be up there jumping like he wasn't just crying about being ghosted. Chaba. Ace talking about something. I wish that was me. It could have been, but you wanted to explore. Now lay in the bed that you made. Boy, anyway. Now, Elon is talking to Amaya on the dock, and they talking about the basics. Child, Amaya ain't gonna give that man no room to breathe, okay? I barely understood what she was talking about. Only thing I got from that was that his sister moved to Belgium like the waffles. I guess, child. I'm just happy that my girl's still exploring, because the way Zach moving, he ain't gonna be with her for long. So now everyone getting ready for the night. Everyone's outside talking. And Drina finally decides that she's going to make her move on Pepe because he's the target. You remember, I'm taking your man, okay? And, she tells him, like, I haven't spoken to Brian all day, but, I put you for a chat. And how would you feel if, like, me and you explored that connection? Very straightforward. That girl don't play no games. When she wants something, she really just go for it, okay? And he was like, nah, kind of like what I got going on with Grayson, so I'm just going to, figure that out. He curved the crap out of Andrina smooth, y'all. I said, dang. She was like, I'm not used to, being friend zoned by a guy, so this is different. I'm sure she isn't used to it. Damn. Pepe wasn't playing, but they said Pepe liked the blonde, so makes sense to me. Makes perfect sense to me. So now Olandria and Zach are talking, and they're talking about how, she almost got dumped from the island and how she didn't want to talk to him. And I'm like, why would she want to talk to you? I don't understand why she want to talk to you now. Like, understand, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. Make it work somehow. So then, of course, she started talking about Taylor because, like, why wouldn't she? And then he's talking about how he's keeping his distance from Amaya. So I guess now these two gonna try to figure out if it's something there. Child, I just can't. I just can't. Because, like, this is the last two that I would have expected to, like, try to spin the block. Because the way it went down, baby, you almost got me eliminated. Olandria got a thing for people who like to get her eliminated. Is it a kink, girl? What is it? Nonetheless, her and Zach are basically talking, they're vibing, and I guess they're going to continue to explore this connection or whatever. And then they talk about the kiss that they had, because remember, he told her back at Casa that he really wanted to kiss her outside the challenge, and she was like, no, out of respect for Taylor, I can't do that. Absolutely not. But he finally got that kiss, and she was like, oh my God, I was just so shocked. So I guess we getting somewhere. I don't know where, but we getting somewhere when it comes to Alandria, okay? Now, Clark and Taylor are talking, and she wants to know how she should feel about the challenge. He said, do you think she crossed the line? And she said, I want you to answer that. He said, well, yes, because she didn't have to take me to the heart. And it was very disrespectful. She said, but you know what? She initiated it, and I feel like you handled it very, very well. So she appreciates that. But then she also wants to know, does he still want to explore with Olandria? And this Negro said, yes. Why? Why? Like, put us out of our misery. Why? I don't understand. If she's everything, if Clark is everything, you risk everything for her. Why do you still want to explore with Olandria? You're giving her everything Alandria was asking you for. You even told Alandria that she makes you feel different. So why do you feel the need to still explore with Alandria? Stop. You know that girl is all head over heels for you. And I feel like you using her again to keep her in your back pocket just in case. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So now Shelly's telling Sierra that she's keeping her distance from everybody. She don't have it in her. She don't want to be friends with her no more. They gonna be cordial. Okay? She don't want to talk to Ace. She don't want to talk to Chris. She don't want to talk to nobody. Well, girl, you might want to talk to somebody, because why you don't want to talk to nobody, Hood is over there stealing your second potential man. Girl, you arguing with your main man, and your side man is about to be stolen. She's taking your man. Child. Because Huda and Chris are over there talking, and they're laid up with each other. And he told her that he's going to take a step back from Shelly because he's tired of chasing her. So now he's going to focus on Huda, because Shelly's not going to give me the energy that I'm giving her. I might as well turn my attention to second best, and that's you. And I'm glad that you're going to take it because, you're thirsty as well. So then they sit there talking, they talk about, FaceTime each other and stuff like that. Just getting to know each other. Huda's running down all these questions and whatever, and he's just answering them. And she said, the scariest thing is when I fall in love. I said, that's the scariest thing for all of us, is when you fall in love, Huda, because the crash outs be crashing out for real. Okay. Then this man said that he's attracted to emotionally unstable women. And I'm sitting here like, oh, so this makes perfect sense. This is why when the girl was falling apart all in your arms, you were sitting there like, I'm really liking her. What in the toxic is this? So now you went and found you somebody else just as toxic as you, Huda. Child, this is gonna be a mess. This is gonna be a mess. But nonetheless, it feels like they gonna be another couple. And then they start making out, and that's how the episode ended. Child. Woo! These people. It's too many people. It's too many people. All I got to say is I need an elimination. Okay? When they put them little envelopes in the little mailbox at the end, I'm sure it's just statements that they want to say about each other or whatever the case may be. But I really hope that it's them saying who they want to kick off the island so we can eliminate some people. We only got 2 weeks and we only got one closed off couple. What are we doing here on Love Island? Because apparently it's not finding love. Anyway, y'all. That was the review. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video. hit the subscribe button, get active in them comments because you know I like to talk to you back. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.